And
we work it however it's going to sell. So.
And everybody, yeah, and I mean, and everybody assumes it's like, well, if it's something heartfelt, Kristen must have come up with it. And, you know, I'm a softie.
Yeah. Yeah, you are actually.
I'm in touch with my feminine side.
And what does that writing process look like? Do you meet up together? Do you do...
Well, we, with any new project, whether it's something we're going to write or pitch, we break the story together, the whole outline. And then we will split up, and the first draft will break down the scenes, and Ian will write some, and I'll write some, just so that we have a rough, we call it like an assembly draft, to rewrite from. And then all the rewriting we do together in the room. And there's a lot of that. I mean, that's really where...
When we first started, we tried to, write everything together, and it, I think, took a year to get a first draft done. It was just ridiculous.
You start arguing about things that are just pointless to be arguing about at that stage.
At that point, yeah.
So we decided divide and conquer, and then regroup and rewrite.
Yeah.
That works best for us. We know, we're always fascinated by how other teams work, and we know people do it all different kinds of ways.
Yeah.
But that just works for us.
I just spoke to writers that do it all through email. I'm like, you never even see each other?
Yeah, no, Ian has friends who do that. They just share the file back and forth.
And we, and we try to keep regular hours. I mean, we work every day, and sometimes at night, if we're on deadline, we'll Skype. So
after our kids go to bed, we Skype.
So we don't have to be in the same room together that long.
But that works for us, that process.
So you both have kids?
We do.
Yes.
How old are your kids, if I can ask?
Yeah, my son is just turned 7.
And I have a 9-year-old girl and a 6-year-old girl.
So they were both... Yours was not even conceived when the script started, then, is that correct?
No.
True. And that's one of the fun things about this project, I think, for us, is that, I mean, we weren't, it was 8 years ago that we first sold it, and we weren't rewriting that whole time, but we came back on the project and then had a perspective of actually being parents ourselves, which changes certain things. For sure. There just have babies all around the movie. I mean, Catherine brought her baby home during the filming, and then Barry, who's been the producer on this project forever, had his daughter during production as well.
Yes.
So we'll do crazy things when they're sleep deprived.
So what was, 8 years ago, what was the road in getting it from being purchased? It was purchased by a producer.
Well, we wrote it as a spec script, and it was sold at the end of 2001 with Barry Josephson was the producer. And, I think that the trick for us always with this script was the tone. That was what we... It was always about being as funny as we can and being as honest emotionally as we can. And I think while that was a great creative challenge for us, and Barry got it, it was always about kind of finding the right home and other people who got that. And I think
there's some initial pushback that we got at the beginning was it's a comedy, it's a drama, can't it just be one or the other? And we felt pretty strongly that life is both, and we wanted it to be both. And so when Barry got it in turnaround, he brought it to Gold Circle, another producer, Paul Brooks. And we did a pass then to make it a little more current. Yeah. And Catherine was the first piece of talent that they took it to. And when she said, I want this to be my next movie and my next space in my availability is October, then it was just go, go, go.
Yeah,
and Warner Brothers was a great home for it.
So it's been this kind of steady progression of just finding the right group of people who all kind of share the same vision. And frankly, Greg Berlanti, when he came on, saw what we were going for with the script